Welcome back, everyone. This is the second part of the video on things that you need to do after you have applied for the ERAS residency match. If you haven't watched the first video, I would highly suggest watching it first before you continue further. One very common question among the candidates is that whether they should email the programs regarding their interest and telling them that they have applied in their program in order to get a interview. So this subject is very highly controversial. Most of the program directors, including Conrad Fisher, in a video statement, tells that the interview candidates should not email the programs either directly to the program coordinator or the program director. To me, my experience was totally different. I almost emailed every program coordinator where I applied. Even before applying, I emailed some of the coordinators to check that whether I am eligible to apply there or not, and whether my application will be reviewed by them or not. So I would suggest emailing the program coordinators as of now, but this totally depends up to you. If you are not very comfortable in emailing the program coordinators, don't email them then. But in case you don't get any interviews in the next 1 month, I would highly suggest emailing them. And if you don't get any interviews or very less number of interviews in the next 2 months, I would even go to emailing the program directors at that time. And I will be making a separate video on the contents of the sample email, what you should write, and how you should address the program coordinator or the program director, and what's the best time to email them. So subscribe my channel in order to get notification for that upcoming video. Some other questions that people are asking at this time of the year are when they should schedule the interview, whether they should schedule it in first, last, or into the middle. To me, it doesn't matter at all, because all you have to do is give a lasting impression to the interviewees. If you don't give a lasting impression and they don't remember you, it doesn't matter whether you gave it first or you are the last person to be interviewed. I can give my own example. The program where I matched, I kind of delayed it again and again, again and again, and it was, I think, my second last interview, and I think that was the last interview session for that program. It was in I think last week of January, and I still got matched there. So it doesn't matter. All you have to give is a lasting impression that will be in the people's mind when they are making the rank order list. So one thing I want to add here is that if you don't like a program and you get a call from there, and the program you think that you will rank it really low, interview there first, because the reason is you will go into the actual scenario. How are you going to communicate with different people, and the how the virtual interview setting will be this year. So you will get into practice. Even though I did a lot of mock interviews when I was applying, my experience increased when I started doing actual interviews. In fact, Bronx, Lebanon was my second interview, and I had a lot to gain from the actual interview process at Bronx, Lebanon, because the interview process was too hectic, and there were a lot of interview questions which I was not prepared for, and it gave me a lot of insight that I am still ill prepared and I have to prepare more for getting better ranked. So for scheduling of the interviews, different programs use different services. Some use the ERAS built-in calendar so that you can pick up a date and schedule. Some uses Calendarly, and some have some other applications for that. All I would say is that make sure that you are vigilant. Your Gmail or email notifications are on, and you have to pick a date really soon, because within like 2 3 hours most of the dates will be filled up, although the number of candidates that they sent interview invites to and the number of slots are same, but still you won't be able to get the slots of your own choice, because if you don't pick up dates of your own choice, what you might end up is like you might have some interviews falling on the same dates, or like consecutively. In terms of virtual interviews, it's comparatively easy, but when I was doing it, it was like physical interviews, so it was difficult. But for you guys, it will be much easier because you don't have to move from cities to cities. You just have to sit in your computer. So it will be easy for you, but still make sure that it doesn't fall off on your job day, or any day that is important for you, or you don't have two interviews on the same day, because it will add a lot of stress, and you have to prepare for the program specific things as well, in order to prepare for that particular interview. And the programs rank almost everyone, unless there is any red flag, like you are ill prepared, you don't know your CV, or they think that you have lied in your application. uh, but you should be in the first 40% of the people that they ranked in order to get matched. I'm talking about this for the average programs. For the highly competitive programs, definitely you should be in the first 10% of the people in the rank order list. uh, Last of all, now is the time to buy the NRMP if you haven't bought it already, and make sure that you have updated your ERAS application with the NRMP ID number, because that's how the program will know what your NRMP ID is. I had earlier made a video on NRMP ID and the functioning of NRMP organization, how it affects your ERAS application or your matching process. Hit like if you like this video, and do let me know in comments which other important topics you want me to cover. Hit subscribe and notification button to get aware of the more upcoming content on this channel. Thank you all.